Today's video is another what I ate in a day, featuring clean ingredients, low fat, great for weight loss, so stick around. Hi, Debbie Chu here from Chew on Vegan, and welcome back to my kitchen. If you're new here, I'm a plant-based RN and I follow a whole food, plant-based, no oil way of eating. So if that sounds good to you, please subscribe. You can also follow me on Instagram and check out all the resources below in the description box. In this what I ate in a day video is going to be 3 meals, 3 recipes that you can interchange, breakfast, lunch, or dinner, it doesn't matter. You can eat them in any order you would like. They're going to be simple, whole food, plant-based, no oil, clean ingredients, great for weight loss. I'm going to do some scrambled eggs, vegan scrambled eggs. I'm going to do a delicious wrap, and I'm also going to make a soup. I like to make a soup every week, so today is no exception. The reason I make these videos is because I want to educate you, and I want you to see how easy it is to eat a whole food, plant-based, no oil diet. It doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to have a lot of ingredients. There's no need to complicate your life with labor-intensive recipes with lots of ingredients that's super confusing. Just keep it simple. You want to eat low-calorie density so you can eat larger volumes of food. Now, that doesn't mean that you can eat just whatever you want or as much as you want, because you still need to be in a calorie deficit if you want to lose weight. But eating low-calorie density makes it possible to eat larger volumes of food and still lose weight. So let's get started. To make these vegan scrambled eggs, I'm going to start off with 1 cup of yellow split mung beans. This is a great way to make vegan eggs that does not use tofu if you have a soy allergy or you just want something different. This is a copycat recipe of the product Just Egg, but this is a lot cleaner, a lot healthier for you. So I've soaked these overnight. I've got 1 cup, and I'm just going to put these into my bullet here. To this, we're going to add some soy milk, some aqua faba, which is the juice from the chickpeas, and then I've got some spices. I have salt, turmeric, garlic powder, onion powder, and I think that's it. And I'm going to leave exact measurements below, so that all goes in. All right, I'm going to go blend this up. Now, along with my scrambled eggs, I'm going to saute some veggies. And also, I'm going to add some potatoes into the mix. So I'm going to start off with this pan on medium heat, no oil, no water, nothing. I'm going to add some chopped potatoes. This potato was already steamed yesterday. So it just came out of my fridge. We're going to season with a little garlic salt. If you don't want to use salt, then just use garlic powder. And then we're just going to let these cook for a minute just to get a little color on here. And then we'll add the rest of the ingredients. Okay, once the potatoes start getting a little color, and you just want a little bit, scoot them to one side. Then we're going to add in some frozen peppers and onions. And just let these saute for a minute. I let these sit out for a bit so they are pretty much defrosted. To this, we're going to add some chopped green beans, some broccoli, and a little bit more garlic salt. And we'll just let this heat through. The broccoli and the green beans were already cooked. And you can add any combo of veggies that you would like. All right, after a few minutes, let's add some kale and a few chopped cherry tomatoes. And we'll just let this cook for a couple of minutes. Then we're gonna remove this from the pan, wipe out the pan, and then we'll start our eggs. So you've got your clean pan on medium heat, and then I'm just gonna add some of the egg mixture. And just kind of swirl it around. And then we're just going to put the lid on. We just put the lid on, then we let it cook for a few minutes, and then we'll start scrambling. After a few minutes, you can start scrambling it up. And you just have to break it apart. I like to break it up and then put the lid on and let it go for a couple of minutes, and then break it up again, and then you're ready to go. Look at that beautiful plate of food. Low calorie density, full of fiber, nutrients, and this is gonna fill you up and stick with you. All right, I'm gonna go eat my breakfast, and then we'll move on to lunch. For lunch today, I'm gonna be making a raw wrap. Now, I made this wrap in my dehydrator. If you don't have a dehydrator, you can use any wrap you want. You could use a flour tortilla, you could use lavash, whatever you want to use. I'm just choosing to do all raw for lunch today, mostly all raw. My hummus isn't 100% raw. And we're just gonna peel this off. I've got these really cool silicone mats here that help make a really nice thin wrap, and they come right off. Beautiful. I've seen this on the internet. You turn it sideways like this and you can put more in it. So I'm going to start off with my homemade hummus here, oil-free, and I'm going to put it over the whole thing. And this will make 2 servings. This might make 1 serving for another person, but I cut it in half and just eat 1 for a serving, 1/2 of it. Now you could put avocado on here as well. I'm just using the hummus, which is a little bit higher in fat, so I don't want to add avocado as well. But you know, if you want to do that, that is totally okay. Like for my husband, I would do that because he's not on a low-fat diet. Then I have all kinds of things to choose from. I've got red cabbage, I've got tomatoes, I've got red onion, shredded carrot, cucumber, I've got some pickle, some olives, and some greens. So I'm just going to start layering on things. And I just want to eat as many colorful veggies as I can. And I just think this looks so pretty. A few tomatoes and a few olives. Olives are a little bit higher fat, but I'm only using 2 or 3. Some pickle for that tang. Oh my gosh. This is so filling. And then just a bunch of greens. And this is like one easy lunch, let me tell you. All right, let's see if I can do this without ripping it. I tend to stuff these things quite full. But these wraps are pretty forgiving. This wrap recipe is from Raw Romance. I will leave a link to her information so you can get the recipe from her. And then we're just gonna cut this in half. And look at the beauty of this wrap. So I'm going to eat half of this and I'm going to save the other half for later. I may even take it to work with me tomorrow. And yeah, I'm not super hungry right now. That breakfast really stuck with me, but I am getting a little hungry. All right, I'm going to make a squash soup and I'm going to use this red curry squash. These are really good. If you don't have these in your area, then just use any kind of squash you want. Butternut squash would be fine. So we're going to cut this up. I want to take each end off. So you want to start by cutting off each end. So you want to cut it in half and then we're going to remove all the seeds. So everything's going to be going into my Instant Pot just because I have a lot of things to do today and I don't want to have to watch a pot on the stove. But you can totally do this on the stovetop. So I'm chopping up a carrot, I got a potato, an onion, and we're going to put in about 1/4 cup of red lentils. And on the squash, you want to make sure you peel it, cube it, and it is not easy. That's why you didn't see it being filmed, because I had to wrestle the thing. I usually have my husband do it because it's hard to do, unless you got big muscles. Anyway, I'm going to chop this up. And we're going to be blending this whole thing. And the potato is mainly just to kind of thicken it up. Same with the red lentils. Okay, we'll add in the onions. We're going to add in some cumin, some onion powder, and a big helping of garlic. Then I'm going to add about 4 cups of broth that I heated up, and about 2 more cups of water. I heat the water up because then it's quicker to get the pressure cooker up to temperature. You just want to make sure that it's covered with enough liquid. And then we'll do salt and pepper at the end. All right, I'm going to do this on manual for 15 minutes and then we'll let its natural release for about 5 and then we'll quick release it. All right, so soup is done. Now I'm just going to use my immersion blender and get it all smooth. All nice and smooth. Now I'm going to add in a couple cups of finely chopped baby kale. You know I love my greens and everything. And we'll just let this sit in here for about 5 minutes before we serve it up. And then now's a good time to taste it and see if you need any salt or pepper. Soup is done. I added some red pepper flakes, that's optional. Give this a little taste here, it's very hot. Oh my gosh, that's so good. One more bite. That is amazing, I love it. Soup has really been my go-to these last few weeks. It's low calorie density, it fills me up, it's satisfying. So if you've been having some challenges with losing weight, make some soup. Make a big pot of soup and eat that every day. And it's a great weight loss meal. Low calorie density, low calorie. All these soups that I make, no oil, so they fit perfectly into a weight loss program. And these are the kind of foods you want to eat that are low calorie density. They're going to fill you up with not a lot of calories. Now I will eat this soup, but I'll also probably have a salad and some veggies, potato in there, there's lentils in there, there's squash, which is all starchy kind of foods, and they really stick to your ribs. So I hope you liked this video. If you learned something, if you found it helpful, please give it a like and share it with your friends. And if you've made it this far in the video, please comment below with soup season, and that way I know you made it to the end with me, and I really appreciate it. Be sure to check out all of the links below for all the resources that I offer. I have a really active Facebook group that I would love for you to join. It's absolutely free. And I also have an online course if you are a beginner to this way of eating, or you've been doing it a while and you're struggling, kind of have plateaued. So check that out. There's a link in the description box for that as well. I have a newsletter and I have a free e-guide. So a lot of stuff down there for you to check out. Remember, all my recipes are good for you, they're good for the animals, and they're good for the planet. And what you put on your plate determines your fate and your weight. Until next time, thank you. I think I have a sharp knife until I try to do this. All right, that's not gonna work. Another what I ate in a day, this time, nope. Today I'm doing a what I ate in a day, more of clean eating, low fat,